What's the deal, y'all? It's P Thuggin back at it again with another video, and I got some new content for y'all. But before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that like button on this video below, hit the subscribe button, and turn on my post notifications so that you don't miss out on any latest news and interesting topics on YouTube. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything being presented in the videos is meant to be enjoyed. It is not meant to be taken as factual evidence or legal advice. The topic at hand today is about Bandz. I don't know if you guys heard about the unfortunate events that took place while he's incarcerated. His little brother was involved in a shooting that ultimately led to him passing away. Bandz's little brother, that goes by the name of Jam, was in fact not gang affiliated. He just happened to catch himself in a situation that led to his passing. What's being said right now is that he was at a local skate park in Stockton, California. Jam allegedly got into an altercation over a bike, which led up to a shooting and pretty much the cause of his death. Some people believe it's deeper than a bike, and him being Bandz's little brother may have a major role in his death. Once again, I always tell you guys, the street life is no joke, and most people will be considered guilty by association. I can't say that's what led up to this unfortunate event, but I'm just imagining you being a 17-year-old boy trying to be a kid, doing your everyday routine like going outside, having fun at a skate park, not knowing that this may be your last moments. That situation is what we're looking at right now. A lot of the kids that, be at this skate park in specific said it's not normal for people to bring guns to the skate park and for shootings to occur. So this was a rare situation and a rare shooting in regards to this skate park. Bandz went to his Instagram story, clearly brokenhearted about the whole situation, confirming it is in fact his little brother. He says, "My baby with broken hearts," then a short message that states in the following: "I love you, little bro. This ish ain't ever over. I'll be home soon, just know I got you forever. Forever, my little twin. Just know your big brother's gonna rock out for you as soon as I can. You hurt me with this one. I love you forever. It hurts more knowing I'm fighting this case, and I don't get to say goodbye one more time. Get your rest now, brother." Bandz is in a situation where the streets plays a major part of his life. Nobody thought that Bandz would get grabbed for a murder that took place 6 years ago. A lot of people are still in shock about his situation. It's very unfortunate that he won't be able to say his last goodbyes to his little brother based off the facts and the severities of his case. Everyone gets a fair chance to plead their innocence, but the court process is such more complex than getting a slap on the wrist for a high-profile murder case. The last time I updated you guys on Bandz's situation, I pretty much was telling you guys that he is in fact facing murder. But upon me doing my research, I was able to gather a little more details in regards to his case. Bandz was remanded on all his other charges in the cases that he were fighting prior to this new charge. He also faces a new charge that has special circumstances, which is murder while lying in waiting. And the charge alone is punishable by life without parole, which you don't see a lot of Stockton murder cases. But I'm sure if you've been to prison, then you know the term LWOP. That's what life without parole is. Does this mean Bandz is automatically looking at a life without parole sentence? I wouldn't say that, because these cases have to be finalized by the judge and they get to make the final decision. Obviously, he's going to go through the court procedures, and he's probably going to want to go through a jury trial, because you have the option to do it by judge or by jury. And when he does go by jury trial, which I'm pretty sure he's going to do, because it's not really smart to go through judge trials because the judge knows the law. A lot of people through juries are just regular people that they pick off the streets, and they go based off the case. Now, with that being said, they're going to be the ones to decide his innocence or his guilt. But nobody really is going to know what's going on or what's going to happen with Bandz until it's closer to his pre-trial and his trial dates, which can take up to a very long time. A murder case is very complex. They have to gather a lot of information. He has to get his discovery. He has to look at the facts that's being held against him. He gets to really look into detail and discuss things with his lawyer that not everybody's going to get to see. All we're going to get to see is, basically, if I was to hypothetically go to court, I'll be able to hear the circumstances of the case and what they're saying took place, and the evidence they have against him, Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2, and furthermore. There's a lot of different information I got in regards to this case, and people messaged me from Stockton pretty much saying if Bandz wouldn't have started making music and blowing up, he probably would have never got himself put into this situation and booked for this case. But as you guys know, hate is everywhere, and a lot of people want to see you down. And the fact that, they seen Bandz doing his thing, you feel me, he's popular. I mean, let's be honest, he's pulling the numbers. He was pulling the numbers. He dropping music back to back. He got a lot of cash. He's just doing everything that people just don't like. Definitely people that feel like he doesn't deserve the position he was in. and they got him booked. I'm not going to say who got him booked or what exactly people are saying occurred, because I don't want you guys to think I'm being biased once again, because I'm not a biased blogger. But from my understanding is, Bandz probably would have never got caught for this murder if he wouldn't have started rapping. Okay, and I'm not saying rapping based off of him rapping about whatever he's rapping about. I'm saying him rapping and actually blowing up off the rap. I tell you guys all the time, the street life is not a game. And if you're an active gang member, it makes your cases 10 times worse. So hypothetically, if you kill someone in an active street gang, that's a chance that you can get life without parole. It's just a lot of circumstances based on you being in the street life. It's not fun. You're always watching your back. You always gotta, you just gotta always be on your 10. You're not comfortable. You don't really get to go party in comfort because you're always worried about who wants to do something to you, who's gonna get you. Just like I told you guys, if you guys can, go get a job. A job is the best way, because you see right now, this is a very good example that you might be in a situation where one of your family members died that's really, really close to you, and you can't even go to their funeral because you decided to do whatever you did, or you have allegations against you that's gonna hold you. You can't even go out. You can't even get signed no papers or nothing until you get sentenced to go and, step out for your people. You gonna leave your people on the streets while you feel me, facing time. It hurts them more to see you guys in there than it does to see you guys out doing good and not putting yourself in situations where you're gonna hurt them. Bandz has children. These are things, he obviously had children after he did a lot of the things he did. But I'm just saying, this is a prime example of who are you gonna leave behind once you go behind bars, or if you pass away. I know this is such a, touchy subject, and it's really unfortunate that Jam caught himself in a situation where he lost his life over a bicycle. I just really don't think the situation is what people are saying. I think it has much more to do with, his brother popping, his brother doing a lot of rapping, his brother doing a lot of dissing, and he puts a lot of people in the line of fire. Nobody's gonna spare nobody just based off the fact that you don't gangbang, okay? But it is best that you stay out of the streets, It's best you stay out of the way and you do the right things. Just like I said, prison wasn't fun. I lost my granny in there. I was able to go to the funeral, but I couldn't based off the fact they didn't have escorts. It's just so many things that can get in the way of you being able to be great, okay? And like I said, the street life, it was fun at first until you realize it's not. A lot of you guys are very young, and you guys are a younger audience, so you think, murder and rapping about murder and popping pills and, not getting a job and trying to get it out the girl or whatever. It's just not likely. It's not a reality. Definitely, if it's not your reality, you know what type of person you are. And I'm not saying a lot of you guys aren't hard or you can't be a gangbanger, but it's best that you try to change your life while you can. You got to beat the cycle. You got to be the change for your people. You have to be the one that goes get your CDL. You have to be the one that has a high-paying job that's paying you $25 or more. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you're making something out of nothing. If you came from nothing and you feel like that's the only way, it's not. You're going to be the one that can be the generational change for your people. You can be the one that puts your mom and dad in a mansion without going to rob and murder and kill people based off of a street sign. You get what I'm saying? So this is just me pretty much giving y'all the details on what's going on. Bandz just lost his little brother, and he's not even going to be able to go to his funeral because he's in jail fighting a murder case. And you don't just get a slap on the wrist, like I said before. They're not just going to be like, oh, your brother died here, we're going to let you go to his funeral. I mean, they're accusing him of some very, very, very bad charges. And like I said, he's not sentenced, and he hasn't even, got to the real deep part of his case. He just started. He just got booked last month. His case just started. He going to be in there for a while, not like that, but, unless he want a speedy trial, he gonna be looking at sitting there for a cool, 3 years, maybe less, if that. But I'm sure he'll be in there. You see EBK play, you see all of them. They all sitting there fighting murder cases. They're risking their lives for this situation, and it's like, what are they getting out of that? I mean, after you do it, what do you have? I mean, you're gonna have people saying free you. and putting money on your books, but that all comes to an end over time. Like, people really do forget about you. As much as they want to say, oh, we gonna be here for you, we down for you, a lot of people forget about you, and you put in all that work for nothing. Go look at all the gangbangers and go look at all the gang members and all the people that's in prison that have phones and stuff and that's preaching. They will let you know this ain't the life. Because when you go to prison, you're going to have to be with those same people you said was your ops. Come on now. Y'all got to really think about this. It's y'all against y'all. And y'all got to really think about the situation for what it is. It's really sad and unfortunate that he can't go to his little brother's funeral. And it's based off of him being a street person. Now look at him. He ain't going to be able to see his kids for a while. I mean, yeah, they can go to visits and stuff like that, but it's a window in between them. There's no real, there's no real interaction. He don't get to take his kids to the park. He don't get to see his kids go to school. He don't get to see his kids get on their first bike. He don't get to see his kids drive their first car. Like, all those things are very important. Kids need their fathers. And if you're a young man or you're a young woman, not a lot of women gangbang, but as a young man, if you're a young man and you're looking up to them, I just want you to know, this ain't the life. And if you can change now, find your nick. It don't have to be gangbanging. You don't need to kill and die for something that ain't gonna mean nothing when you're dead or in jail. It ain't gonna mean nothing. It's all gonna go away. Everything. So just focus on your craft. Focus on your personal gain. Focus on things you can do. Start saving money. If you're young, try to save as much money as you can. Don't blow your money on Balenciagas and purple jeans and denim tears. Everybody want to look flashy, but you're not going to look flashy if you locked up. You're going to be in orange, or you're going to be in whatever the prison colors is once you go there. So just think about those things, you guys, and really focus on what you want to do with your life. Think about it, really think about it. Go sit down and look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you really ready to, get life in prison for something that ain't going to be there for you after 20 years, maybe even less? I'm going to be honest. A lot of people could say, like, they're going to be there for you. A lot of people is going to die. A lot of people is going to, anything can happen. They can end up going homeless. It's just a lot of things that happen. Switching up. A lot of people going to switch up on y'all. Y'all going to see, like, not everybody is loyal. Not everybody is down. And don't die for something that ain't going to mean nothing over time, Like, everybody got a position to play. And, of course, I'm not telling y'all not to rep y'all hood. Y'all could do that. It's in you internally. But don't crash out, young kings. I want y'all to do what's right. Keep God first. Pray. Try to get those demons off y'all. Do not be out there doing drugs and going to get guns and flashing guns. That's all going to be in your discovery. So just try to focus on getting an education. Go to college. Find a trade. Do something that's going to get you somewhere in life. It's going to have longevity. I want you guys to be able to buy a house when you're 30. I don't want to see y'all pallbearing and making lunch in the jailhouse or making lunch in the prison house, waking up every day. You got a schedule. You don't get to do what you want to do. If you locked up, you don't get to do what you want to do. It's over with. You are now property of wherever you're at. And that's just facts. And I'm not trying to preach to y'all and get y'all bored and have y'all like, I'm preaching. I understand that. But I want y'all to understand it. And I want y'all to really look at it and think about it in the eyes of someone that has gone through it. I didn't get a lot of time, but I got enough time to know. I got sentenced to 40 months, and I did a little bit over that. I did like half of that, probably a little bit over 20 months, okay? And it wasn't fun. Like I told y'all, I lost my granny. I wasn't able to go to her funeral. That's my last living granny. So just like I told y'all, just think about these things. A lot of people that I was cool with when I was down, I ain't even, you feel me? We ain't even really locked in like we was. It was all a waste of time. That's all I'm saying, y'all. So just stay focused. Stay focused. Do something that's going to get you to the next place, and then don't have to be gangbanging. I know a lot of people think that image is a good image, but most of the time it's really not. What is it going to get you in the end? And that's the question I have for a lot of you guys. What is you gangbanging and sliding for the cause or anything like that going to get you? I also want to send out my condolences to Bandz family and, prayers over his family and his little brother, because nobody deserves to die. Definitely not no 17-year-old little boy that's not even gang affiliated. It's like the situation is just messed up altogether. And I'm also praying on Bandz to be able to, change his life if he does happen to beat this murder charge, because murder is crazy. And he's looking at life without parole. Meaning if he does, hypothetically, if he was to get found guilty, there's no appeal. There's no appeal. He can appeal it, but most of the time, like, he can't go to, there is no parole board. He doesn't have no parole eligibility date. It's over with. Like, once they life without parole, that's it. Life is life. It ain't 25 years. No, it's life. Meaning until you die. That's what life means. So I want you guys to understand that. Life without parole is not 25 years. It's until you die. And most of the time, like I told y'all, like, a lot of people think it's cool to do what they doing. Rap about it, but, you know, not a lot of shit gotta be true. You get what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do, but just don't crash out. Don't crash out. It's not worth it in the end. I promise you it's not. Anyways, y'all, I really do appreciate you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys can understand the message and really understand what I'm saying and read between the lines. Look at everyone's situation that you look up to. Like, in regards to this rapping, I'm talking about from all sides. The ones that's in jail now, and you looked up to them and they was rapping about kill, murder. Look at them now. Is that where you want to be? Think about it. Anyways, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Turn on my post notifications so that you don't miss out on any latest news or gossip. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope it was informational, and I hope you guys can get a little more deets on what I'm talking about. Anyways, you know me. Good for the tea, good for the news. I'm out.